Morning everybody, welcome back to another video. My name is Jan Kilstra. I'm a dairy farmer from Saskatchewan, Canada. Here on our family farm, we milk about 300 cows. Today we're going to be fixing up that concrete wall. The concrete guys are here doing that. They already cut the old one out, the one that I nicked with the skid steer. We're also going to be switching that tunnel barn into tunnel vent mode because tomorrow is going to be plus 20 degrees apparently. I feel like it was just 3 weeks ago when we were still minus 30. Kind of came out of nowhere, this weather. It's definitely way above average for Saskatchewan, but no complaints. Snow's gonna melt real quick, and we need that because it'll dry the fields out so we can pump liquid manure, because that pit's getting really full too. And lots going on. I'm also gonna be talking about why we got rid of that Parlor upgrade that we did a little while ago here. We did have some bars that came down to hold the milk line for maybe a cow that was not 100% square. We did decide to take that out, and I'll be telling you guys why we did that as well. So lots in today's video. I hope you guys are excited, and we're gonna get right into it here with the morning milking. So we got group one up into the milk and parlor. This group is completely empty. We're gonna scrape it, and then the cows can go back in here. But I want to show you guys quickly. This is the wall they got to cut out. That's how much they had to cut out. It was completely cracked from the man pass over there, almost right to the end. So I'd say that's about a solid 15 feet, 5 meters that need to be cut out. And it's just gonna be re-poured probably today or tomorrow. But since we had them out here anyway, we have had some issues with the gates by our sorting gates and the footbath. That copper sulfate footbath that we run for the cow's hooves, it works really good, eliminating hairy heel warts and other stuff on cow's hooves, but it is very hard on steel. It's very corrosive. Obviously, if you're standing there all day like these posts would, it's gonna be pretty deteriorating. So what we decided to do, we cut them out. You see that's the one fence, and this is the steel that actually corroded away from that copper sulfate. Just snapped right off. And this is the other side here. We're just gonna pour some concrete walls up against the footbath on both sides now. Hopefully that'll last a lot longer. We were thinking maybe put some stainless steel gates there, but that's probably gonna be just as expensive as putting concrete walls up there. But we gotta get this group scraped quickly and then get back to milking. Right on, that first group is ready for cows. We scraped the alleys. And unfortunately, since they are doing construction at the front of our freestall barn here, that Juno is unable to run because that wall was kind of something I relied on there. That's right where it parks. So we just moved it out of the way for a couple of days and parked it, shut it off. So I have to push up the feed manually in front of the cows, which fortunately for me means I can do it with the skid steer. I don't have to do it by hand yet. And since we got that thing going anyway, we're gonna do the pack barn right away as well. So we just let the ladies back into their group and also push that feed up now. And you can see pretty much every headlocker from that crossover is filled with a cow. And that's because cows, after they're done being milked, usually will come straight to the feed alley here and grab a bite to eat. They just keep filing in next to each other. Right now we're back in the milking parlor, milking group 2, and and I'm going to explain quickly why we took the line holders out of the Parlor. So apparently they were actually made for a different style, a little bit older style of milking Parlor, where this gutter here was maybe a little bit further back and you were able to mount the rail a bit further back. And our problem, unfortunately, you had these stainless steel things right here, and the cows were kicking them with their back of the legs here, and the odd cow was actually getting a little bit hurt like that. We didn't really clue in onto it too quickly. It wasn't happening to many cows at all. And when we saw that, we figured, man, we should probably take these things out. They were pretty annoying also, so we kind of had a grudge against them to begin with. When they were in this rail, some liquid would stay in there, and if a cow would hit it, it would shoot, and it was kind of at your perfect eye level. And probably 2 or 3 times every single milking, everyone that milked in here would just get shot in the eye with some stale old water that's been in there for a couple days. So that, coupled with the fact that it probably wasn't the best thing for cow health, we just decided to take them out. I've been milking now probably 4 or 5 milkings without those holders in there, and I don't miss them one bit. I think the Parlor looks a million times better without them. They were kind of crooked and messy looking already after just a couple months. So I'm happy they're out, they're gone. We tried something, didn't work out. We'll just live with what we got. That's typically how you got to do it anyway. That's what my dad always says. Don't be buying something, installing it, and taking it out, and buying something, installing it, taking it out. Just work with what you got, and you'll be a lot better off in the end game. So anyway, we're gonna finish milking this group and see what else we got to get up to today. Well, it is not as cold as it was about 2 weeks ago out here. We're above 0 every single day, but that still means we gotta put bedding in the corrals even more than when it's really cold. When it is that cold outside, you know, that -30, the bedding packs, they stay frozen. All the moisture in there stays frozen, and the packs stay good for 2 or 3 days. But now that everything's melting, you gotta put bedding in more often. We put it in yesterday morning, and the packs are already all muddy, so gotta put it in again today. Just part of it. We're hoping these corrals dry out pretty quick. It's supposed to be +19 tomorrow, so should dry things out pretty good. We'll see how it goes. So I get to sit in the tractor today. That's usually my dad's job, but he's not here today, so I got someone else, Dima. He's gonna come and do the gates, and I get to sit in the tractor today. So hopefully it's as easy as it looks to do this thing. I've done it before, like a year and a half ago, so we'll see how we do. We got pretty much everything done today that we wanted to get done. We finished putting bedding in those corrals there. We finished the afternoon milking shift. We saw those guys pour the concrete. I'll put the clips up of that right now. So most of that was for the wall that I smashed, but also some of that was some new walls around the footpath. So not all the concrete was broken concrete that we're replacing, if that makes me feel any better. But they did a good job there today. And what I'm doing now, the last thing I'm gonna do today is open the curtains at the front of our main cow barn here, because it is gonna be 19 degrees Celsius tomorrow. And for the American viewers, that's over 60 degrees Fahrenheit. That is abnormally warm for us here in Saskatchewan. Even towards the end of March, it's never this warm. I remember my parents telling me that on my sister's birthday, which was yesterday, it has been minus 30 out here as well. So that's a 50 degrees Celsius difference. I don't know how many degrees that is in Fahrenheit, but the differences between temperatures out here is sometimes really incredible. And tomorrow is gonna be one of those incredibly hot, you know, kind of out there days. But to prepare for that, we are going to put the barn into partially summer mode. We're gonna leave the winter ventilation mode on. I'm just lowering the curtains at the front of the barn right now while I'm talking here. And we're gonna also turn 4 of the 10 exhaust fans on at the back of the barn here. We're gonna put them on automatic mode. This way they're not gonna be humming away through the nighttime. They're just gonna kick on tomorrow morning when it does start to pick up in temperature in this barn here. And hopefully it'll keep the temperature a little bit lower. We don't wanna open those curtains at the front of the barn all the way, because there is some ice buildup underneath those curtains. And if we lower them all the way, they're gonna lower uneven because the snow and ice, and they're probably gonna snap. So we wanna try and avoid that and not break anything today. So I'm gonna probably stop them halfway down, and then we will try and turn some of these exhaust fans on. So that's the concrete wall. They got it framed up and fixed. Concrete's already in there. We put it in there this afternoon, so it'll be probably ready to take the frame off tomorrow, and then cows can go up against it maybe the day after. So I'll definitely be coming back here tonight to make sure that it's not too cold in here, make sure that those exhaust fans are automatically backing off like they should, and that they're not cooling this barn down too hard. But that is gonna be it for today's video, guys. If you enjoyed, be sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons down below. Check out the Instagram @SaskDutchKit, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.